instant rewards, information inputs, and live animals, all rolled into one fun and wild afternoon. Last May 28, 2022, Urban Wilde CDO, partnering with Centrio Ayala Mall, held its first ever mall show named Animal Appreciation Afternoon. The program was about raising awareness on the beauty, importance, and conservation of animals as well as the environment. Also participating were City Local Environment and Natural Resources Office or CLENRO CdeO, and Provincial Environment and Natural Resources Office or PENRO Mis and its mother agency, the Department of Environment and Natural Resources or DENR Region 10. Phew! Kickstarting the program was an opening remarks by yours truly. I was supposed to follow a guide script but I got lost in the way. I got nervous talking live on the stage in front of an audience.
Animals is invented part sa God's creation. Do you remember? I hope we share also the same passions to the animals. Salamat sa kanin. Ang matag na may mga botunda. And we will go to the show. Thank you, Kaya.
By the way, the show was hosted by another Walter, Ian Walter Monte, a longtime friend of mine. Following after that was a presentation by Ms. Priya Takandong, a Research and Planning Division Officer from CLENRO CdeO. She explained what CLENRO is and its functions and objectives.
So under the sa City Government of Cagayan de Oro, ang among office na sa City Hall Solution. Sa city lugar nga level, we are City Local Environment, pero ang among mother bali, mao ang atong DENR. So whatever function that they have under the bureaus nga asa sila nakabilong, here in CLENRO, we also have that. We also do that. When we say development, diba, na-tsaga, or ni-improve, naka-earn of income. But again, there is also a price to pay for that one. And what normally suffers then is ang atong environment. We bring development for sustenance nato kanan, but also na siya'y balance.
Closing topic was about our responsibility of keeping our city clean.
But sa atong kaugalingon nga, we have to take care of our environment, especially sa atong city. Kaya dili ta gusto nga pag-abot sa panahon, our children and the next generations to come will ask, Mama, Lola, nganong galisod nami sa tubig karon nga ingon? Simply kay wala ta nagtarong sa pag-manage sa atong environment.
Next was the Q&A portion.
How many legs does an adult insect have?
6.
Ito tawin?
Are you sure? Is that your final answer?
Yeah!
There you go! 6 legs! Yay. We're down to our last two.
Thank you.
Okay.
Kids and adults were asked about basic animal knowledge. Everybody had fun because right or wrong answers, they still won cash prizes. Another presentation on biodiversity was delivered by a young sprightly PENRO representative, Miss Princess Jasia Alombro.
The biodiversity is all kinds of living things, no? Kanain ng mga tapal, parte na siya sa biodiversity. So all kinds of living things.
She talked about the threats,
Land conversion.
Mga pugol ang mga kahoy, ang atong mga grassland, mga wala, climate change. We have global warming, mga greenhouse effects. Of course, the pollution, exploitation.
and how we can help protect and conserve biodiversity.
Okay, kung ako ang mayroong isda, magsugod ba ka ako na ang akong environment puros lang sagot? Puros lang mga oil spill? Sugod ko? Diba dili? Kung ako bee or buyog, sugod ba ka ako na wala na akong inuod na nectar sa mga flowers? Marine turtle, sugod ba ko na ang akong kaunong instead na jellyfish, silupin na lang. Sugod mo? Silupin na lang ang kaunong
Mr. Junray Labalan, a Community Development Officer 1 from DENR Region 10, also discussed on how DENR basically operates on wildlife and its conservation program.
So once na naipabot ang mga animals, ito over, kung nana sila sa planet na sa first grade, then may rehabilitation center sa Buntod. Once na ma-okay ng animals, so ipacertify sa veterinary, balik ito sa service. So isa na sa mga ginagawa at pag-rescue sa mga animals.
They also enforce Republic Act 9147, otherwise known as the Wildlife Resources Conservation and Protection Act.
Pero kukuha ka rin sa lasa, illegal rin siya. Kaya pagkabuhat sa itong Palawan 2000, Republic Act 9147, wala na yun ang pag-conviction sa wild.
Any wildlife na nakita or gibuhit sa inyong mga siligan, wala na separate is illegal.
Ano kaya sa Katuano, Malbohon?
Another special guest of the show was Renewter, a non-profit organization focusing on supporting pet animal rescue and rehabilitation, eliminating rabies, and promoting population control on pet cats and dogs through low-cost spay and neuter campaigns. Dr. Bianca Vivares and founder Mr. Earl Adormejos gave some points on their advocacy.
So, aside from that, encourage mo na mo na magpa-spay o neuter sa inyong pets at kay isa ko na siya sa responsible pet ownership.
5 lucky audience members were awarded with free spay and neuter for their pet cats, courtesy of my cousin, Architect Sheila. And finally, the most anticipated part of the show, the presentation of the rescued wild animals by Mr. Idanson Cañete of PENRO and Mr. Eliezer Luna from the DENR Regional Wildlife Rescue Center. First animal to take center stage was Ethan, a Philippine hawk eagle rescued somewhere in FS Catanico here in Cagayan de Oro City. Well, it's good to know that these raptors can still be found here in the city outskirts. It is just sad, according to Wikipedia, that the International Union for Conservation of Nature, or IUCN Red List, has assessed this bird as endangered, with the population being estimated at 400 to 600 mature individuals remaining and still continuing to decrease. By the way, did you know that according to Sir Idanson, Region 10 has the most population of Philippine eagles in the wild? I thought it was the Davao region.
There's only one province na wala yung eagle ang kamitin na. May Misamis Oriental, Bukidnon, Misamis Occidental, and Lanao del Norte, all those provinces host to our magnificent Philippine eagle.
Next is another bird species in the threatened category, a Philippine serpent eagle. Isn't that a beauty? It is named as such because majority of its diet are snakes. Speaking of which, 2 large snakes also made an appearance. First was a crossbreed between a Burmese python and a reticulated python. This snake was turned over to DENR by an exotic snake collector because he couldn't take care of it anymore due to a large collection of snakes he has. And last but not the least is the short-length ball python. This snake is native to Africa and is popular to exotic pet collectors. The name ball python refers to its tendency to curl into a ball when stressed or frightened. Kids, especially moms, were treated to a free soft touch to experience how a snake really feels like. To complete the afternoon experience, prized items were drawn to lucky audience members.
Tama ko tayo na.
Congratulations! It was overall a fun afternoon and at the same time an educational experience as we learned so many things about animals and the environment. I was really touched to see those who came and watched and gave their support. Centrio Ayala Mall, CLENRO, DENR, PENRO, and Renewter, I can thank you enough for your participation. My deepest gratitude to the sponsors, donors, and partners who also made the show possible. Thanks also to my crew for having my back. We'd hope to do this again in the nearest future. So always remember,
The environment can live without humans, but we humans cannot live without the environment.
So let's just take care of our wildlife and our environment. Thank you for watching. See you in my next story.
Thank you kayo sa pagkani ha. Salamat di kayo. Kung bantag mo masumhan, kung suporta sa Urban Wilde CDO.